We are here in St Conleth's Park today with Brian Byrne, dual player of Naas GAA, and Jack Dooley from Kilcullen GAA. We are going to reflect on the past 12 months and we are going to look forward to the forthcoming AIB Leinster Club Championship finals. We're going to start with you, Brian, and we're going to start with hurling. So, what a year it has been for Naas hurling. What is it like to captain such a successful team?
Yeah, I suppose for myself and Mark, it's a nice thing to have. But if we're being totally honest, and no disrespect to anyone or anything, it's just a name tag at the end of the day. Really, it's a player-led kind of group that we have in there. Myself and Mark trained the exact same as the other 34 guys. We taught just as much as the other guys. So it's a real collective sort of thing in there. Some guys talk brilliantly with the forwards, some guys talk brilliantly with the backs, and it's just a matter of making sure that we as a group answer the questions that we're asked of against any opposition.
Jack, what a year it has been for Kilcullen. If you go back 12 months, could you ever imagine that you'd be starting 2022 in a Leinster final? And what has made the difference in the last 12 months?
No, it's been a massive change since last year. Last year in the league and championship we didn't win a competitive match. That was down to COVID, and we got a new manager as well, so there's a lot of disruption in the panel. But 5 or 6 new young lads this year, and everyone's bought into Moggy's style of play, the way he wants us working. And I think just as a collective, we don't have 15 lads anymore. It's a group of 20, 25 lads who all want the same thing, all ready to go out onto the pitch and do the right job, do the job that's asked of them by Moggy. So I think from last year, it's just we're a team now, which we weren't last year because it's just broken up. And so I think that's the main difference. Just COVID just didn't do well with us last year, so I think moving on this year, I think we're a team, we're a strong panel, so yeah.
Ryan, I'm going to ask you a football question now. So I suppose with Naas not having won a football championship in 31 years, did you see this coming?
The Kildare Championship, yes. And where I'm coming from there is, like, at the start of the year, guys set out goals that they want to achieve, and I think from our perspective in the Naas group, our goal was to get over the line, the Kildare Championship. We had belief in ourselves that we could do it. I suppose there's no point in setting your goal if you don't think you can achieve it. And we just set forth going there and trying to get over the line. Thankfully we did. The Leinster side of things is a little bit more different. You don't really like to look too far into the future, considering we hadn't won a Kildare Championship in a long time. So it was important that we get over that first hurdle first. And now we're just on a journey, and long may it last. Like, it's exciting.
Jack, do you feel that having home advantage will benefit Kilcullen in the final?
I think it'll make us more comfortable coming in. We know where to park, we're used to the dressing rooms at this stage, we're used to warming up and small things like that. But I think once we go out onto the pitch, it won't make much of a difference. Our last 2 matches, the quarter-final, semi-final, we were both away. Won them 2 matches, we won the semi-final convincingly enough. So I think once you get out there, it doesn't really matter. Hopefully we'll get a big support from Kilcullen and the Kildare fans, but I think once we get out there, it doesn't matter where either team plays. I think it's 15 against 15 on the pitch, so hopefully now we get over the line, but no, I don't think it makes much of a difference.
Brian, a Kildare hurling team in the Leinster Club Intermediate Final. Surely this is another step forward for hurling in the county.
Yeah, we can look at it that way. It is good, it's positive, it shows the kind of the toughness really of the Kildare Club Championship here. It is good, yeah, and hopefully the likes of the younger guys who are coming watching, they'll have aspirations to kind of pick up a hurl, go with their club, go with their county as well. So that's all beneficial. But I suppose the biggest thing from a Kildare perspective is the collective effort from all the clubs. You've got ourselves who are trying hard. You've got Minute now who have put a huge amount of work in at underage. They've bumped everyone up. They've got up to senior. The likes of Celibridges, Confees, Clanes, Air Oaks, they're all given time and given players towards Kildare. So in order for us to get better at a county level, it has to be a collective effort from everyone.
Jack, how does it feel having your club represent your county at this level?
Oh, it's a massive achievement. I think listening to people in the club, listening to my father, listening to people around the town. I think the last time we were in a Leinster final was back in the late 90s, so I was only 1 or 2 when that happened. So I think it doesn't happen too often, and I think it's great for the county to be doing so well in senior level, intermediate and junior. like Kilcullen were unlucky to lose out in the semi-finals, but Naas are in the final, we're in the final. So I think everyone is in the same boat, and I think it's just great for Kildare football. It shows that we're really improving and pushing on. So hopefully now both teams can come out on top in the Leinster final.
Ryan, I'm going to bring you back to football. Do you think that having the experience of the footballers playing the semi-final in Croke Park will help the players to prepare for the final?
I think it'll help, yeah. It'll be another box ticked before we go into the match itself. I can't really speak towards the mindset of the other guys themselves, but the handful that hadn't experienced Croke Park before will now know what the dressing room feels like, what the pitch is going to be like, what the stand is going to be like with people in it, essentially. But as I said, once the ball is thrown in, once that whistle goes, that's all that matters for us. The job you have in hand to be able to do it, whether you're coming onto the pitch or you're already on the pitch, that's the job. So hopefully now the guys will have all that wiped away in the back of their mind, and it'll just be solely focused on the match.
Jack, just one last question for you. I mean, there must be a fantastic atmosphere and buzz around Kilcullen at the moment. What does this mean to your supporters?
Oh, it's massive. There's people coming up to me in the shop, in the butchers, around the town, people that I haven't talked to before coming up and congratulating me, wishing me best of luck, shaking my hand, and all the other lads I've talked to on the panel, everyone's behind them. You know, young lads, old lads. You know, it's a great achievement. There's the underage have now got involved with us. We've gone down to them a few times. It's just, I think it's brought everyone together as a community, and I think it's just great for everyone, young and old, to get this achievement. It doesn't happen too often. It's a once in a lifetime thing for myself, I think. So hopefully now everyone getting behind us, and we'll all be here in 2 weeks' time with a Leinster trophy in our hands.
And Brian, I suppose what an achievement for Naas GAA to have both football and hurling in the Leinster club finals. What does this mean to the club and to the supporters?
It's great. Like, I suppose it's been a long time. I can't remember staying out on the pitch that long after matches, meeting family and relatives and kind of underage coaches as well. So there is a huge buzz in the club, there's a huge buzz in the town. The likes of the flags and banners are all going back up again. It is huge. The players are probably more so focused and clued into the match and the task at hand. That's important, but it's nice to be able to see supporters, family members be able to look forward, kind of enjoy the build up towards the match. It's kind of extra special for the guys who had coached us through underage, the likes of John Holmes and Dennis Hanley. John would have been there for many, many years with Dennis, and John's still with us, so he's able to see kind of all of us around still playing. It's nice to see smiles on his face from the hurling side, and even from the football side. Like Tommy Lochran is still down there working on the ground staff the whole time, so it's brilliant to see the joy that it brings to them, us getting this far.
Thank you guys. Thank you both.
I'm Christine Murray, Kildare GAA Secretary. Just on behalf of Kildare County Board, we'd like to congratulate Naas senior footballers, Naas senior hurlers and Kilcullen senior footballers on reaching the finals of the AIB Leinster Club Championship finals. It's a great achievement for all the teams to reach this stage of the competition. We'd like to wish them all the very best of luck in their final preparations. We hope they enjoy the build up, and we just want to let them know the whole county is supporting them.